Mungo, Mungo Italiano, Mungo Italiano. Hello everyone, yes, we're going to have a little bit of an Italiano feel for dinner tonight. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Tupperware. Oh my goodness, those lyrics need a little bit of attention, I think. I'm going to be doing, let's move that out of the way, I'm going to be doing the Tupperware that goes into the oven. This is called the Tupperware UltraPro. Not only can it go into the gas oven, the electric oven, the wood oven, it can go into the microwave, it can also go into the freezer, the dishwasher. But if you can control your temperature in the Weber barbecue up to 250 degrees Celsius, this will go in your Weber Barbie and it will cook a Sunday roast on your back veranda, so long as you've got it 5 centimetres away from the heat source, right? There are 2 pieces to each UltraPro, all right? You've got your base and you've got your cover. This is the 3.3 litre lasagna dish, right? And can you see here, see these little notches? And there's a little indentation here. Over here, there's another little indentation. And up here, there's more notches. So you've got your notches. Oh, it's great for nachos too, speaking of notches, right? Buenos noches, Argentina, hello. Then you've got the cover. Now, can you see the cover here? See how this is raised up? You've got a little raised lip all the way around. What that does is it fits into this little indentation all the way around as well, right? So when you've got that there, when you're holding it with your hands on the handles, obviously you need an oven mitt or something, but the steam goes through here instead of where your handles are, so it's a lot safer in design. Now on the bottom, if you can never remember, what did he say? What are the temperatures again? All the information's on the bottom when you get stuck, right? So it tells you it's 3.3 litres, which is 3.5 quarts, right? But I'm in Australia where you do litres, right? The minimum is minus 25, so it goes into the freezer, and up to 250 degrees Celsius. Now, if you work in Fahrenheit, that's on here as well. So you've got minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit up to 482 degrees Fahrenheit, right? How awesome is that? It tells you it's meant for the oven, not recommended for the stovetop or under the grill, but it is recommended for the oven and in the freezer and in the microwave. So, oh, you know what? I've just noticed it's got these little feet, 4 feet on either side. So when it is in the oven or the microwave or the freezer, it does have that like a little lift on it. So you do get the air currents traveling around evenly as well, right? So what we're going to do is, you can get the larger one too. This is the hang on a minute. It's a 5.7 litre, so you can pop like a massive turkey or a massive goose. You can cook your goose in here, not a problem. Or you can put 3 medium chickens in there. Or if you wanted to, you could have your veggies with your roast, like a massive chicken or turkey or whatever on here. And if you're used to doing an oven bag in the oven with your oven roast, you just turn that upside down that way, Miss Jane. And that's your oven bag. How cool is that, right? So we're not going to do that today. What we are going to do is an oven. It's like a sheet pan. Let me just show you what I'm going to do, right? In here, this is our super dicer. I've got the large dice blade attachment into there. You might want to use a small dice blade attachment if you want them to be smaller, or you can do a slice blade attachment if you want to do slices. I use that for mushrooms and stroganoff all the time, right? So what we're going to do in here is, we've got this happening over here. I'm going to start. I've got my Tupperware flexible cutting mat, and I've got my Tupperware Mastro chopping knife. Is it a cleaver or a chopper? I can't remember. It's called Mastro. It's like a German stainless steel with an Asian influence, but it's like proper stainless steel, chef grade stainless steel, right? So I love those knives. So in here, I've got a daikon radish. Now I'm not going to peel it because all the good stuff's in the skin. So all I'm going to do is just pop this just into little chunks. I'm just going to do like a half of everything. So we'll pop that back into there. I'm just going to do a half a daikon. Pop that into there, pop that into there. Then what I've got in here, we've got our tomatoes, but we'll pop them on last. Oh look, perfect. This is a carrot. I get the odd bunch carrots, right? Because I like to support the Australian farmers. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this into little bits in here. That's just a small carrot. And we're just going to pop that into here. Can you see what I'm doing here? There we go. Pop 2 at a time. got our carrot into there. Oh, what was that? Then what we're going to do is I've got a zucchini. Now I have washed these. When you're popping your fruit and veggies in your VentSmart container, don't wash them. Wash them as you use them. But when you come home from the shops, pop them in here dirty and then wash them as you use them. I've already pre-washed them just to save time for the video, which I've used that extra time chatting, right? But they will make your fruits and veggies last 3 to 5 times longer than just sitting in a plastic bag at the bottom of your fridge. This is a little finger eggplant. I think they're gorgeous. So we're just going to do about a half of one of those, and we'll just pop that into little chunks into here. And let's pop that into there. And we'll just pop that straight down over here. Right. And then we've got a zucchini. Now I'm going to use, again, I'm going to use about half of this zucchini. It's going to be a half of everything. Have you seen my half cup salad that I do? That's brilliant because you don't have to remember the quantities. It's a half cup of everything. And so this, because in here, I just live alone, right? So I can eat dinner now and I can prep lunch for a few days' time or dinner for a few days' time. I can freeze it or pop it in the crystal wave and just pop it into the fridge. This here will tell you it's 1.2 litres or 5 cups. And so instead of doing like a round casserole that's really tall, I can now do this as a sheet pan. And whether I'm cooking cookies or a roast, this won't hold any flavour, it won't hold any odour, and it's practically non-stick. The cleanup is really easy. That's actually great for nachos in the oven as well, right? So in here, I've got my zucchini. Let's just pop this into little chunks in here, and we'll pop our zucchini straight through here. And we'll pop that into there. And it's just like so this is like a ratatouille or a warm Greek salad or whatever you want to call it, right? So that in there, there's our eggplant, our zucchini. We've got our, what else have we got into there? Carrot. So let's just, I'll just show you. See there? There's all our little bits and pieces. I'm just going to pop that straight onto here. There's our sheet pan. Right. Then what we're going to do is into here. Oh, look. Now, you can keep more than one fruit or vegetable in here, so long as they're the same breathing requirements, right? And so what I mean by that is, see the little slidey? It's like a little dolphin blowhole on the top, right? So you can slide the slide to the left-hand side if you want it to be a medium breather. That's half and half. You slide the slide to the middle if you want it to be a light breather. That closes off any oxygen, and so you don't get any airflow at all. And then you slide the slide to the right-hand side if you want it to be a heavy breather with a lot of oxygen into there, right? So you know, there, that's how you know what goes where, because if they're all in the one container, in the one box, you can pop them into the one container, all right? So in here, I'm going to do a turnip. Now, I'm just going to do this is a turnip, right? I'm going to do half a turnip. I don't have potatoes, but I do use sweet potato. So what we're going to do that's a little bit big. So what we'll do is we'll just pop this into quarters, and we will just, there we go. That's perfect. So we're just going to slice this up into here, right? And then we've got a capsicum, and all I'm going to do is slice that into there. Let's just remove the inside. There we go. Remove that inside. That goes in the scrap collector. We will just pop that straight through here. Right. Oh, maybe we should have chopped that up into a few little smaller pieces, but you know, you get the idea, right? And so we've got our turnip and our capsicum. We've got some carrots, some zucchini, some eggplant. There's our capsicum and turnip. Let's just throw that straight into there. I feel like that needs, oh no, we've got some tomato. Here we go. Pop them over there. Let's grab our Tupperware peeler, and we will grab our tomato, and we'll just grab the eye of the peeler. The eye of the peeler. Dun, 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 dun. The eye of the peeler. And we will just remove that little bit into there. We'll get this, and we will slice that into half, and we'll just do the same with the other 3 tomatoes. These tomatoes have been in my fridge for about 5 weeks, I think. So maybe only 4 weeks, but still, when everything's on sale, I always grab a little bit more because I know that it's going to last in my VentSmart container literally between 3 and 5 times longer than sitting in a plastic bag at the bottom of my fridge in the crisper, right? So we just remove those little eyes out of there. Then we're going to just slice this in half. Can you see what I'm doing here? It doesn't matter what platform you're watching this on, if you press your finger on the screen so it opens up, you'll see what I'm doing down here, all right? Then that way you won't miss out. Okay, so all I'm going to do is grab my tomato. Let's move this a little bit over here. Can you see? Can you see what I'm doing? There's one half. We'll do another half. We'll do another half. And we've got another half. And we've got another half. And we've got another half. There we go. And so there are our 4 tomatoes. You can use a tin of diced tomatoes if you want to. I prefer fresh. There's no acidity regulator in any of my fresh tomatoes at all, like there is in a canned tomato, okay? So we've just got our fresh tomatoes that we're going to pop straight into here. Let's move that out the way. Then what I've got some feta cheese. So let's just move this out the way. There is our tomato. Can you see what I'm doing? Got our feta cheese. You know you can take these straight to the deli and they just pop them on the scales and they zero them out. And you say, can I get a block of that Australian full-fat feta cheese that's on sale right now? And they go, sure, not a problem. And then if you are at a supermarket-style deli, they just put the sticker on the top or on the bottom. Or if you're at an independent deli, they just do it through the register there and then, and you don't have any stickers or anything to deal with when you come home. That way, you're not bringing home single-use waste that ends up in landfill, and your food's going to last, again, 3 to 5 times longer than just sitting in like a single-use plastic bag, right? So all I'm going to do is, in this feta cheese, let's slice this straight in half this way. I'm not going to use all of this. We'll just pop this into here. I'll pop that there. Then that way I can make that last for a little bit longer, right? Then in here, oh, there's a little bit more tomato. I am just going to pop my feta cheese straight into here. Let's pop that through there. Pop that into there. Pop that through there, and then we pop this through here. This super dicer is absolutely brilliant. It's such a time saver. How, look at that. Uniform cubed feta cheese. We'll pop that straight into here. And it's like a ratatouille, warm Greek salad, which is just going to be delicious, right? Now, speaking of the deli, when you forget to take your clear mates to the deli and you want some black olives, they have to put it in one of these containers, and no word of a lie, if you're watching Say G'day, the girl at the deli today, she said, would you like me to wrap it? And I said, yes, please. I don't want to have to wash my groceries when I get home. This is black olives. Now, firstly, when you open this up, look at this. Just look at this, right? That's now going straight to landfill. See this container? That's going straight into landfill as well, right? If I had taken my Tupperware clear mates, then she can just zero it out. I mean, look, they're not very user-friendly at all, and that's quite sharp and dangerous, right? So all we're going to do is pop this into here. I can seal this. Now remember, the clear mates are the only straight-sided container that I know of that you can express the air out of them to make them liquid tight as well as airtight, right? Which means you don't have to wash your groceries when you come home if you've got olive oil all over them, right? And you just take that straight out of your bag, pop it straight into the fridge, and you do not have any single-use plastic that's going into landfill. You have your reusable Tupperware clear mates, which you can use for half a can of corn or baked beans. You can pop a half an onion in here or some black olives. The options are limitless, right? So now that we've done that, let's just throw all the black olives straight into there, right? And that is going to be, oh, let's do some fresh thyme. Oh, and time, it could have been so much more. Oh, you know what we will do? I've got these in here too. I've got all of these garlic. I use garlic like a vegetable. Now, you can mince them up or you can just leave them as is. And I've got this many because I can. I live alone. So we'll just throw in some garlic into there. If you wanted to mince it, you could crush it in the Tupperware garlic crusher. This is the one that's got the 3 holes up the side, which means when you've got your time... Oh, that one's a thick stalk. Actually, you know what? Look at that. That's quite woody. All right, there we go. Woody? You got a friend in me. So you grab your stalk, right? You choose which hole is going to be the best one for you. And if you do it this way, right? We'll pop it through the thin one. Actually, let's pop it this way. Oh, that one. Let's do this. Pop it through here. This works for rosemary and oregano really well as well. And then all you have to... it's going to prove a lie, right? You pop this through here, right? Then, I'll just show you so you get the idea, right? So what we're going to do is we've got our thyme into here. All you have to do is just pull that through, right? And that de-leafs... Is that a technical word? De-leaf? Is that the right... I don't know. It de-leafs your herbs. So now look, you've got all your thyme leaves into here. You just pop them straight into here. Now, if you've got... That actually would work really well if you've got something that's woody like that. Rosemary works a treat because it... You know, often it's a challenge to get the leaves off, right? And if you do have, like, the fresh thyme, then the stalks aren't that woody. But sometimes, like, look at that. You don't want to eat that, and you can, you know, you can do that if you want to. Absolutely, you can. But that device there, and it's only had herbs through it, so you don't really need to wash it. You just pop it straight back into the drawer, right? Okay, so you get the idea, though. I love my fresh thyme. Ooh, and thyme. It has that earthy feel to it. Rosemary works really well with that, and oregano too. Anything that's got like a woody stalk, it's perfect for. Some of these aren't that woody. That one is, so I could have saved. But you know what I mean? You get the idea, right? Oh, look at that. I could have prepped this beforehand. Actually, I've just realised I think I've got some fresh thyme in the freezer. I normally keep, you know, the Tupperware silicone bags? This is what I've got my whiteboard markers and my eraser in. I use them to freeze herbs in there as well because it doesn't take up hardly any space in the freezer. So what we're going to do is we've got our fresh thyme. Let's do a little bit more. There we go. Let's do some of this. There we go. Yummy! Yummy! Do you have a herb garden? I've got some spring onions out the back. They might need some attention, but they are out the back. All right. There we go. Fresh thyme. I don't reckon you can have too much. But I don't... look, if you don't like eating the thyme and you just want the flavour, by all means, just pop some of them on there like that, right? But I actually like eating it. It's such a beautiful, earthy tone to the dish. Then you get some olive oil. We'll just run that through. Not that you need it for being non-stick or anything, but I like olive oil with the tomato. It releases the lycopene when the tomato heats up. I love the flavour of extra virgin olive oil. Absolutely delicious. Now all you have to do is grab your Tupperware non-stick. Here, let me show you. This is what we're up to. Right? So this is this is my dinner. So we're just going to mix this through. Now when you're roasting this in the oven, it might, depending on your oven, it might have a tendency to dry out. So... And I don't want that to happen. I still want I don't want it to be crispy or crunchy. I want it to be baked like a beautiful warm Greek salad, ratatouille. It's the feta cheese is going to be delicious in there. We've got some fresh thyme happening into there. Then what we're going to do is grab a little bit of, which I should have prepped. I want some sea salt. Here we go. Some Celtic salt. Let's do some Celtic sea salt in my Tupperware Ultra Clear. I've just got some of that into there. I know the feta cheese and the olives is in there, but that's going to help add that flavour. It's going to draw out the moisture from that tomato, and it's going to really enhance the flavour of that eggplant as well. Then what we've got, I've got some cracked black pepper. Now, when you buy your spices, do you pop them into the pantry just like this? and then your spice container just end up like all of a mess, right? Let me just show you what I do. Let's just, I should have done this before here we go, that's easy. Let's just pull this straight off, right? If we can. I should have done this beforehand. This whole thing just does come out, but for some reason it's not going to. So what you do is you grab your spice container into here, right? All I'm going to do is pour that straight into here, because when you've got your spice containers in the Tupperware spice, like when you've got your herbs and spices in the Tupperware spice containers, it's all modular. And look, that is now taking up that much space and taking up that much space. I've got my black pepper into there. I can then stack everything. It's going to be really modular in design. There's my mixed herbs. We might throw some mixed herbs in there too. Let's throw just a little bit of mixed herbs into there. Not too much. We'll pop that into there. Let's do that can go into the bin. We got some black pepper. Now you might want to use the sprinkle side with the self-cleaning mechanism. Or if you realise, now hang on, that's not working. Oh, yes, it is. Look at that. Oh, yum. I've got yum. Oh. Or you might want to use the spoon mechanism into there. Now, there's my cracked black pepper. You grab the Tupperware labels, label them up, or you can make your own labels up. That's entirely up to you. Now, you can pop that straight into the oven as is, and you can have, like, as a side dish. I'm having it as a main dish, but there's your side dish right into there. What you do is, if you don't want this to, I've got pepper up my nose, hang on. If you don't want that to dry out, just grab the top on here. And now that's going to keep it's going to be like an oven within an oven. It's going to be all steamy. Everything's going to, it's going to be beautiful. We're going to pop that into the oven. And then I might come back. Excuse me. I might pop back and I'll do it's that black pepper that's come up my nose. I might come back, I'll do a part 2. I might do something, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for part 2, but we'll pop that into the oven. In my oven, 180 for 35 minutes, depending on your oven, depending on how you like your veggies, but you can just check it. You might want to pop it in for 20, 25 minutes covered, and then for the last 10 minutes, just uncover it. That's entirely up to you. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please let me know. I need to blow my nose now. All that black pepper's gone. Black pepper! Where's my maracas? Here we go. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please let me know. And in the meantime, you know what you need to do, don't you? Forget your troubles and get happy. Dance your cares away. Shout out and get happy. I'll see you all another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.